Dear students, welcome to the science class. In the previous class, we discussed about the food topics. That is nothing but food and components of the food. In the previous class, we already studied about the food. That is nothing but what we eat, which type of food we are going to take, what all are the nutrients in that food, how we are going to identify the nutrients which are present in the food, what is the balanced diet, how we are going to take the food so that we become a healthy person. All those things we discussed in the previous class. That is nothing about in the last class, previous class, only discussion is about food and food and food and food and food only. That is nothing about the nourishment of our body, nourishment of the animal beings. Right? It is one of the essential topic, essential phenomena which is going to happen in our day-to-day life. In the same manner, the only food is our food is the only essential component in our life. Is the only food is the only essential component in our life. Other than that, no other things is essential for us. Yes, there are many things which are essential apart from the food. Like water is essential for our life being. The same manner, shelters, house, homes are essential for our living being or for human beings. In the same manner, for the purpose of covering our body, clothes are also essential. Wearing clothes are also essential. In the same manner, for shelter homes, for wearing clothes, to cover the heat or to cover the winter season, that is nothing but to cover the coldness around us. We are going to have the cloths, we are going to wear the cloths, and we are using the blankets or bed sheets, right? In the same manner, to clean our body, we are going to use the water. To erase those things, to dry those things, we are going to use the towels, right? All those things are essential apart from the food. That is nothing but covering our body for the purpose of one thing, to cover the body. Second thing, why should we cover the body? For the purpose that our body should feel comfortable in the season of the hotness or in the season of the coldness. That is nothing but in the winter season as well as in the summer season. We should cover our body so that we feel comfortable and our body shouldn't exhaust. For that reason, we are going to wear the clothes, we are going to use the blankets, right? In the same manner, in the last class, what we studied about all about food. In today's class, from today onwards, we are going to discuss about what we are going to wear. In that class, we studied about what we are going to eat. In today's class, what we are going to wear. In the last class, how the food is going to come, from where does it going to come, what type of nutrients it have, what type of nutrients is going to help us. In the last class we discussed. In today's class we are going to discuss about what type of clothes we are going to wear. How does that clothes are coming from? Where does the clothes are coming from? How does that clothes are weaving, or how does that clothes are making produced? How does the clothes are produced? Today's class we are going to discuss those things. All about eating is over now. All about wearing. All about blankets. All about towels. All about what clothes, all about trousers. In today's class we are going to discuss those things. Right? That is nothing but if you go and see the things, the clothes, the shirts, the t-shirt, the pants, that nothing but trousers, the towels, the curtains, and the tablecloths and dusters are made from different kinds of the clothing material. All are made from different kinds of clothing material. When you check that, if you remember the previous class, while studying about the food topic, we have done an activity that what we eat, that is nothing but what type of food we are going to eat, by taking the different examples of our friends and students as well as teachers. In the same manner, when you take the examples of the clothing material, cloth, for the purpose of different activities, we are going to use different kinds of the cloth. Now, for example, for coming to the school, I am going to wear the casual cloth, that is nothing but shirt and pant. For any function, I am going to use the t-shirt as well as jeans pant. Any functions. In the same manner, for the covering of the walls, we are going to use the curtains. Right? For the windows, we are going to use the curtains. In the same manner, for drying our body, we are going to use, or washing our body, we are going to use the towels, all are different cloth. In the same manner, for the purpose of the trousers, for the purpose of the blankets, for the purpose of the sweater, we are going to use the different types of cloths. We are going to use the different types of cloths. So then we can say that there is nothing but variety of cloths. Variety of cloths. Now we discussed about all those things. That is nothing but all about cloths. Those cloths in general is known as fabrics. Those cloths in general are known as fabric. Fabric is nothing but woven cloth. What I am wearing? I am wearing a shirt and a pant. Shirt and pants are fabric. Shirt and pants are fabric. That is nothing but woven cloth. In the same manner, the curtains which are made are from the cloth. That is also one type of fabric. In the same manner, the school bags, the bogie bags, the school bags are also made up from some type of cloth. That is also nothing but a fabric. The cloth which are you wearing are also nothing but a what? They are fabric. In the same manner, sarees, salwar kameezes, right? Trousers and blazers, right? Blazers which we are going to wear for the function purpose, all are made from the different types of the cloth. All together they are known as what? They are known as fabrics. All together the woven cloth, the cloth which we are going to use, the woven cloth which we are going to use for the every purpose is known as fabric. In general, fabrics are nothing but all type of cloth. Fabrics are nothing but all type of cloth. Right? The next we have to do an activity. So that we should come to know that what type of variety of cloth we are going to wear and from where does those variety is going to come. So that next topic is variety of fabrics. Next topic is variety of fabrics. Variety of fabrics is nothing but variety of different type of cloths. So that we have to do an activity. We have to do an activity. That the activity is nothing but we have to visit a tailoring shop. We have to visit a tailoring shop. You have to visit a tailoring shop. Why? If you remember, for various festivals, now for example for the Deepavali, we are going to buy a new clothes. We can go to the ready-made shop, that is cloth shop, textile shop. When you see that, we are going to see variety of the cloths which are present on that shop. In the same manner, for Deepavali festival, for the Dasara festival, for Ramzan festival, we go to the shops to buy the new clothes. Now different members of the family are going to buy different types of cloths. Now different types of cloths, we have to know from where does those cloths are coming, from where does how does the material of that cloth is being made. If you check the cloth, when you check some cloths, these cloths are they are smoother. When you check the t-shirt, they are some amount of rougher. When you take another type of cloth, that is casual cloths, casual shirts, there is a different variety. In the same manner, when you take the t-shirts, it is smoother and have the more capability to hold our heatness. In the same manner, when you take the sweater, it is going to protect us from the summer winter season, that is nothing but from coldness. So when you check those things, when we came to know that they are made from the different types of varieties. So that to check those varieties, we should visit a tailoring shop. We have to visit a tailoring shop for the purpose about to know about the cloth. That is nothing but know about the fabrics. Where what we have to do? We have to collect the cuttings of the fabrics left over by stitching. We have to collect the clothings which were left over by after the stitching. We have to collect those things. Now for example, if the trouser piece is left, we have to collect those trouser piece. If they left the piece of the they left the piece of the shirt piece, we have to collect that shirt piece. We have to collect varieties of pieces which were left after the stitching. Right? We have to collect those things. So then, for the checking of the variety of fabrics, we are going to visit a tailoring shop. Then we are going to collect the leftover. We have to collect the leftover cloth material. after stitching. We have to collect the leftover cloth material after stitching. Then what we have to do? After we are collecting, we have to identify the nature of the material. From what type of material those clothing materials made. Now, for example, when we take the t-shirt, cotton candy t-shirts. When you check the cotton candy t-shirt, it is made from the cotton. It is made from the cotton. When you check the curtains, when you check some of the blankets, some of the sweaters, those are made up from the woolens. Woolen. They are made from the woolen. There is nothing but they are made from the wool. Some of the sarees, when you check it, the sarees are made up from the silk. Or some of the dresses, when you see it, they are made from the silk. In this manner, we have to collect the different type of materials. We have to label. We have to label. We have to label. We have to label those pieces of cloth. Those pieces of cloth as cotton, synthetic, and what? Cotton, synthetic, silk. We have to collect the stitches. We have to left over pieces of that cloth, and we have to collect it, and we have to label from which type of material it is going to come. If the material of that is cotton, we have to label it as cotton. If it is synthetic, we have to label it as synthetic. If it is a silk, we have to label it as silk. Or if that cloth is made from woolen, we have to label it as wool. That is nothing but the fabrics are made from the different type of material. That is nothing but it may be made from the cotton, that it may be made from the synthetic, or that may be made from the silk material, or might be the wool material. Right? Synthetic fiber or wool fiber. If you don't analyze, if you don't able to label those things, you can take the help of your parents, or you can take the help of the tailor who is stitching those cloths in the tailoring shop to identify the different types of materials. Right? After identifying those things, after making those lists, making labels, what we have to know the conclusion that all the fabrics, all the clothing materials, clothings are made from the different materials. All are made from the different materials. When you take the example of cotton, it is a different material. It is cotton cloths are made from the different material only. When you take the synthetic, it has a different parameters, it has different properties. When you take the silk, it is also has different properties. Wool, when you take those wool, it is also different properties. When you analyze those things, when you analyze these things, we came to know that all the clothing materials, variety of fabrics are made from the variety of different materials. They are made from the different type of materials. Then we can discuss that from where these materials are actually coming. From where, how these materials are being made. What are the quantities, or what are the qualities, or what are the ingredients, materials which are useful or which are used for the making this type of clothing material. That is nothing but cotton, synthetic, silk, and wool. When you take the variety of fabrics, when you do an activity for find the variety of fabrics, when you came to know that these fabrics are made from the variety of clothing materials, then we can go for the from where does we can get to the question that from where does the actually these materials are made from. These materials are made from. So that we are going to identify those things by doing a second activity. When you take the piece of paper or piece of cloth, it looks like this. If you take the checkered cloth, it looks like this. When you take the piece of paper, this is also a piece of cloth. Now for that reason, from where actually this piece of clothing material is made from. To know those things, you have to do another activity. Now we have to do an activity again. Second activity. In the first activity, we came to know that all the fabrics are made from the varieties. Now we are going to select one piece of that clothing material. That is nothing but when we are going to take the piece of that fabric. We have collected labels different type of fabric. That is nothing but cotton, wool, silk, and synthetic. We are going to use a cotton cloth now, cotton fabric. So that we should know that from where does actually, but how does actually those clothings are made of. Those clothings and those fabrics are made of. When you check this piece of cloth, this is fully covered. When you take a piece of cloth of this, on that piece of cloth we have to observe that how does actually those piece of cloths are made of. So that I am going to select a cotton fabric. We are going to select a cotton fabric. When you select a cotton label fabric, it looks like this. If you take a piece of cotton fabric, it looks like this. Right? These are closely arranged. And in that, what we have to do? We have to select loose thread. We have to select loose thread or yarn. We have to select loose thread or yarn at one of the edges. We have to select what? We have to select the loose thread which are present on this piece of cloth. Loose thread like structures. If you take the clothing, if you take your cloth, when you check the cloth, there will be a loose thread present on your clothing. If you cloth or on your fabric, you have to select that fabric and you have to select that loose thread and we have to pull it out. Right? When you check the piece of this clothing material, there will be some loose threads also. Those threads, that is nothing but the threads which are coming out from this piece of cloth. The threads which are coming out from the piece of the cloth. Now we have to pull it out. That loose thread is known as yarn of thread. We have to pull it out. If there is no loose thread are visible, if there is no loose thread which are present on this piece of cloth, we have to take a use of pin. We have to insert that pin inside it. And we have to take one thread out of it. And we have to pull it out. Right? When you see those things, one by one when you are going to pull it out, there will be n number of yarns we are going to pull it out. N number of yarns or threads. We are going to pull continuously those things. After pulling those things, we came to know that this piece of cloth is made from the arrangement of the threads. These pieces of cloth are made from the arrangement of the thread. When you remove a piece of thread like this, it will be like this. Again you are going to remove another one, this will be like this. Another you are going to remove, this will be like this. Another you are going to remove, this will be like this. These are nothing but yarns, or we are going to say it as threads. When you remove each and every thread like structure, it is going to get completely empty. It is going to get over. When you check those things, we can say that these fabrics are made from the continuous arrangement of these thread-like structures. Or these thread-like structures are nothing but yarns. Those are nothing but yarns. Right? We can say that fabrics are made from. By this activity, we can say that fabrics are made of the loose thread or yarns. They are made of the arrangement of the thread or yarn. They are made from the closely arrangement of the thread or yarn. So that we can say that fabrics are made from closely arrangement of closely arrangement of thread or yarn. Thread or yarn. These fabrics are made from the close arrangement of the threads or yarn. If you see those things, if you remember the Gandhiji used to see these things, see this clothing material. We are going to use a chakra. Gandhiji's chakra is continuously going to see those things. When you see those things, when you check those things, there will be a projection of the thread. Those threads are continuously getting sieved to project or to produce a piece of the cloth, to produce a clothing material. So that these threads are nothing but yarns, are closely arranged, are going to continuously sieved. So that a clothing material is produced. That clothing material is nothing but fabric. Fabric is nothing but one cloth that can be produced by the fabrics are made from the closely arrangement of the thread or yarn like this. Right. Now when you check again, when you check out those things, these threads or yarns, when you pull it apart again, when you check this closely, again those threads are made from the tiny particles, tiny thread-like structures. Those tiny thread-like structures we are going to discuss in the next class. Up to that point, just make an activity so that you have to make a table. In that table, you have to identify, you have to label the different type of clothing material, and you have to pull it out each and every thread which are present on that clothing material, and you have to say that you have to do a conclusion or a interpretation that all the clothing materials that are nothing but all of the fabrics are made from the close arrangement of the threads or yarns. Close arrangement of the thread or yarn. So that in the next class we are going to discuss about the fabrics, fibers, what are the fibers, what are different types of the fibers in the next class. Up to that point, thank you, take care.